You're disposable, remember that, she hissed during our heated fight. I thought about all the expenses I'd been covering, her apartment rent, her vehicle payments, her shopping sprees on credit. I replied, if I'm disposable, then so is everything I fund. And I stopped it all immediately. She reached out 3 days later after her card got rejected while out dining with her group. Hey everyone, before we continue with the story, please subscribe to the channel and smash that like button if you're enjoying these kinds of tales. Thank you. I handle my personal life the same way I handle my career. I evaluate risks, oversee resources, and expect some benefit from my efforts. Some might call that detached, but it's the approach that has built my wealth to the top 1% in my age group. I keep it low-key. I drive a sedan that's a few years old. I choose plain clothing without logos, and I contribute the maximum to my retirement funds. Sarah couldn't stand that side of me. We'd been a couple for 3 years. At the start, she was practical and reliable. She had a job in marketing, earned a solid salary, and we divided costs 60-40 based on our earnings. But roughly a year back, she chose to change direction. She aimed to become an online influencer focused on lifestyle. She left her position to build her online presence. I backed her decision. I cared for her deeply, and I had the means to support both of us. I covered the full rent for our upscale city apartment, which she claimed was essential for her visuals. I handled the payments on her high-end SUV since she couldn't keep up. I paid for outings to eat, vacations, outfits required for her posts. Over the past year, I was the only one bringing in money. Her input to our finances was nothing. In fact, it was worse than nothing. Considering the debt she accumulated on the extra card I provided her for urgent needs. Then entered Jared. Jared was a business advisor she connected with at a professional gathering. He represented the opposite of me. He had a rented exotic sports car, wore outfits that cost more than my initial vehicle, and always spoke about elite thinking. He was showy, outspoken, and appeared wealthy. All of a sudden, I was dull. I was unchanging. Jared believes you're too cautious, she mentioned one evening at dinner, hardly glancing up from her screen. He says you have a limited mindset. That's why you refuse to get me that luxury watch bracelet. You're scared of spending money. I'm not scared of spending, Sarah, I responded steadily, slicing my meal. I'm cautious about squandering it. There's a distinction. And Jared's opinion means nothing to me. She sighed dramatically. Naturally, you ignore building connections. You prefer staying in your office stacking cash. The lack of respect began slowly, then poured in. Extended evenings, planning, with Jared. Weekend getaways for filming where I wasn't welcome because I'd spoil the energy. I wasn't unaware. I recognized the emotional shift, even without proof of anything physical. She was swinging to a new branch. She was exploring options with Jared to check if he was a better choice before dropping her current security. That security was me. The final straw came on a regular weekday. I'd just returned from a long day at work. The place was chaotic. Boxes from sponsors scattered, garments strewn about. Sarah was out on the patio, chatting on the phone, with that light, playful giggle she once reserved for me. She came inside, spotted me, and her expression dropped. The joy disappeared right away. You're back soon, she remarked, seeming let down. It's 7 in the evening, Sarah. I'm running behind, actually. Anyway, we have to discuss something, she stated, arms folded. Jared asked us to join a fancy event this weekend in Miami. Exclusive access. It would boost my online presence hugely. You need to arrange the plane tickets and accommodation. The high-end resort there. I set my keys down. I'm not heading to Miami to observe you cozying up to a man who insults me, Sarah. And I'm definitely not spending thousands for that experience. The atmosphere shifted. From strained to aggressive. You're always trying to dominate, she snapped. Everything revolves around finances with you. You wield it to manipulate me since you realize you lack anything else. I stared at her, truly examined her. I noticed the upscale outfit I'd funded, the professional hair work I'd funded, the device in her grip that was part of my plan. I provide reliability, Sarah. I provide a place to live. I provide a lifestyle without needing to earn. She chuckled. It was harsh and unattractive. Reliability? That's just another word for unexciting. You believe paying expenses gives you ownership? Listen up, Mark. She moved nearer, pointing aggressively. You're not unique. Countless men have steady jobs. Jared has ambition. Jared has drive. You're merely a wallet. And you're interchangeable. Remember that. I could bring in dozens of men here tonight, who'd pamper me like royalty for the status of being around me. That was it. The reality. She viewed me not as an equal, but as a tool, like an appliance, like a utility service, and evidently, one that was failing. Previously, I'd have debated. I'd have attempted logic, questioned her cruelty, but a switch flipped inside. Not explosive, subtle, like ending an agreement. The feeling side quieted, and the logical side activated. I regarded the person I'd intended to marry, and saw only a drain. All right, I responded. Tone steady. No raising voice. No emotion. She paused, puzzled by my calm. All right, meaning? All right. I echoed. If I'm interchangeable, then my support is too. That's basic economics, isn't it? Offer and need. What are you implying? She dismissed, heading back outside. You're being ridiculous. I'm heading to Jared's to plan the trip. Stay up if you want. She snatched her bag, the designer one I'd gifted for the holidays, and left angrily. The door bang echoed through the space. She anticipated messages from me. Please, regrets, booking the trip to show I wasn't stingy. She assumed she held power because she believed I'd fear her leaving. She miscalculated. I wasn't fearful of loss. I was finished funding her. I stayed awake that night. I focused, opened my computer and reviewed accounts. Made a list. Time to liquidate. Early next morning, I phoned my supervisor for a couple days off, then visited the building management. The manager, Linda, recognized me. I always handled payments. Hi, Mark, all good? She inquired. I want to end the lease. Right away, I stated. Well, there's a fee. 2 months plus penalty. Expensive. Around $8,000. Sarah knew my careful nature. She'd never think I'd spend that to prove something. But it wasn't finances now. It was removal. I'll pay now. I replied. End it today? I'm leaving immediately. Sure, Linda processed. Since Sarah's just an occupant and you're the only signer, termination removes rights. We'll notify for any items left. She gets 2 days before locks change. Ideal. I confirmed. Proceed. Mid-morning. Back in the unit. Sarah absent. Likely at Jared's, as predicted. I left her belongings untouched. No dramatic disposal. That's for the impulsive. I just gathered mine. Apparel, devices, papers, personal effects. 3 hours to remove my presence. Afterward, it felt odd. Her mess remained, but my trace gone. Early afternoon. To the garage. Her luxury SUV in its spot. Lease under me. Coverage under me. She drove, but I held title. Spare key ready. Unlocked. Scent of her fragrance mixed with another's cheap scent. His. Cup with makeup mark. Slight disgust, suppressed. Professional, I thought. Recovering asset. Drove out, spot vacant. Straight to dealer. Early return. Salesperson surprised. Contract has time left. You'll lose value. Irrelevant. Keys over. Remove from my record. Today. Paid balance. Signed. Watch them move it away. Afternoon. In hotel lobby nearby. Banking open. Extra card for Sarah. Locked. Shared account. My funds only. Transfer all to personal. Left empty. Then key step. Phone blocked her calls. Socials blocked. Removed our pictures. Not saved. Erased. Checked in. Food delivered. Viewed city. Complete. In hours. Vanished. No known location. No vehicle. No funds. No home. She claimed interchangeable. Okay. I exited. See how it works now. Wednesday unnoticed. Thursday too. Likely enjoying with Jared. Free from my dull ways. Probably sharing how she confronted me. Thinking I waited miserably for return and apology. Wrong. Friday evening. Hotel lounge. Drink with college buddy. Unwinding. My device silent due to block. But bank alert. Decline notice. Large amount at upscale restaurant. Card restricted. Repeated attempts. Rideshare fail. Whiskey tasted good. Then buddy's phone. He checked, confused. It's Sarah. Why me? I grinned. Speaker. He hesitated. Knew her, never favored. Thought her performative. Answered on speaker. Hello? Dave. Thank goodness. Sarah frantic. Restaurant noise. Is Mark there? Can't reach him. Voicemail direct. Dave eyed me. I silent. Haven't seen, he covered. Issue. Bank error. Screaming almost. Out with friends, cards failing. Both. Mortifying. Waiter judging. Tell Mark fix bank. Likely missed payment. Sarah, Mark manages well. Doubt forget. Something off. Panicking. Ride app fail too. Stranded. Need Mark resolve. I whispered end. Gotta go, Dave said. Wait, no, click. Expensive spot, he noted. Over 400, I knew. Plus gratuity. Visualized. Table with her content friends. Who mock me privately. She likely offered to cover, celebrating Miami. Now unable. Borrow from them. Total shame. But more came. Late night, unknown text. Mark answer. Jessica. Sarah upset. Ignored. Then another, likely her via friend. Mark where? Key fail. Building entry denied. Concierge says off list. What happening? Answer. Bartender another. Mark not joke. Belongings inside. Doorman police threat. Stop this. I responded to Jessica. Inform Sarah lease ended Wednesday. Unit surrendered. Management aware. She has day to arrange retrieval or abandoned. Also, SUV return dealer. Handle own travel. Sent. Immediate calls from Jessica. Ignored. Pictured. Sidewalk, uncomfortable shoes. Locked out building she criticized my control over. No home. Vehicle. Funds. Saturday. Many missed. Various numbers. Deleted unheard. Coffee workout. First time year free of her demands. No worry exciting enough. Just liberated. Midday mom called. Answered. Mark? Concerned. Sarah phoned home line. Sobbing. Claims you evicted, took vehicle. Mental crisis. You okay? Great mom. Didn't take. My lease, returned. Didn't evict. I left. She called me disposable, so I allowed replacement. Oh. Pause. She asked stay few days. I chuckled. Mom. If yes, inventory valuables after. I refused, mom strong. Disliked her tone Thanksgiving. Just checking safe. Better ever. Sunday Miami Day? With Jared. Curious, yes? Unblocked her social brief. Story up. Not luxury views. Text overlay dark. Learning true supporters. Some drain energy. Wish downfall. Social pause. Healing. Betrayal tags. No trip. Later heard via connections. After realizing no home vehicle. To Jared's. Ride courtesy Jessica. Bags ready. Expected embrace new love. Thought romantic start. Leaving dull ex for visionary. But Jared no luxury home. Shared flat multiple roommates. Car not owned. Short-term rental impress. When arrived emotional. Broke. Homeless. Wanting stay. Jared freaked. No interest in support. Wanted casual. Independent girl. Funded by me. With SUV. Not needing help. Didn't refuse politely. Mocked. Can't crash. Roommates issue. Thought you self-sufficient. That appeal. When no Miami funds due cut off, he bailed. Claimed work. Left her outside. Weekend at Jessica small place. Uncomfortable bed. Monday, bills reality. Phone due. Plan ended. Insurance removed. Payments due. No earnings. Evening, exiting work. Air refreshing. Mark. Halted. She by entrance. Appeared worn. Hair undone. Casual clothes, my old one. Diminished, posture gone. Like dazed tears. Unbelievable you this. Voice tremble. Anger attempt fail pathetic. Ruined all. Nothing to you. Sarah? Just ceased providing. Homeless, Mark. Jessica floor. Jared fake. Total disappointment. Amazing, flat tone. Not upgrade then. Closer, tears. Didn't mean words. Angry. Stressed reaction. Fixable. Miss you. Us. Miss lifestyle, corrected. Apartment. Vehicle. Card. False, crying. Love you. If love, no disposable claim. Watch check. Dinner plans. With whom? Jealous spark. Not concern. Good luck brand. Perfect healing content. Past. Arm grab. Mark please. No place. Parents no. Hotel few nights. Till stable. Hand on sleeve. Eyes search remorse. Depth understanding betrayal. None. Just need. Host seeking. Removed gently. Said 10 men quick. Call 1. To waiting ride. No glance back. Following half-year productive blur. Work advancement. No partner drain. Better output. Purchased own small place. Simple. Tidy. Peaceful. Met new. Elena. Nurse children. First date. Bill split insist. Nearly engaged spot. Evening. Charity gala city. Formal. Fine food. Bar drink. Spotted server tray drinks. Head low. Avoid notice. Sarah. Exhausted. Aged much short time. Influence goal gone no support. Catering shifts rent whatever space. Looked up me. Stilled. Tux. Calm expression. Then Elena approach. Arm link. Smile my words. Eyes to Elena wrist. Modest bracelet. Thoughtful choice mine. Not flashy. Down tray flush. Hurried kitchen. Watched. No anger. No victory. Indifferent. Who? Elena, following gaze. No one. Sip. Former investment. Poor yield. Back to kitchen away. Attention to valuing woman. Sarah correct one aspect. I interchangeable. But her too. And I certainly improved. Thanks watching. Subscribe channel, like please. Thought story. Comment below.